Hey Discovery Rangers, we're back doing part 2 of the collections merit. Everyone in the Zoom class this week should bring the same collection that they had last week, because that's going to be the collection that we use for most of this merit. So last week we all got to show off our collections. Everyone got to see. If you weren't there last week and you want to show off your collection this week, that would be great. But for everyone who already showed off their collection, here's where we're going to pick up. Now that we've seen what everyone's got, we're going to start at number 2, which instead of, like it says in the merit here, writing a 150-word essay discussing why you like to collect the item, how popular is the item, how would you like to expand it, we're just going to talk about it. So we're going to discuss about how you could add things to your collection, why it's important to you, why you started collecting it, all good things like that. And we're going to do numbers 3 and 4 this week too. Number 3 is describe how to store and display your collection so that the items are preserved and undamaged. Now, I know that a couple people had state quarters that they showed off in their collections. I have something that's similar, but this came out after the state quarters. These are national park quarters. And the way that I like to keep them safe and preserved is there's little holes where each and every one of the quarters is supposed to go. And when you put them in the book, it keeps them free of dust, it keeps them free of anything that could get them nice and nasty and dirty, and it keeps them preserved for years and years and years to come. So that's just one way. There's other ways that people like to display them too. And question number 4. Demonstrate, or in this case, you don't have to demonstrate it, but you could describe how would you clean one of the items in your collection without damaging it. So for some things, you have to look up how to properly clean it without messing up an item. I have this book that you guys saw with our last merit in the hobby merit, and I have this penny here, which is made of steel and not copper. So it's the color silver instead of copper. Now, when I got this, you could still see it's a little yucky looking, but you couldn't even tell it was silver when I got this. That's how old and gross this one was. And I looked up that in order to clean specifically this stainless steel penny, that you could put it into a little container full of acidic juice, like lime juice or lemon juice. So for a full day, I put it into the juice. I let it sit there. I let it do its thing. And one day later, I took it out. I rubbed it off, and it was... You could tell it's silver now. It's nice. It's not nice and shiny, but it's a lot better than it used to look. But there's a lot of ways that you could do that where you would damage it. If you were to use a cleaning product on there, you could actually lower its value. You could mess it up. You can put marks on it that'll never come off. So for a lot of items that are maybe they're worth money, maybe they're not worth money, and you just want to make sure they keep looking good, there's proper ways to clean them, and there's improper ways to clean them that could wind up doing more harm than good. So this week, before we get to our Zoom class, make sure to do a little bit of research, look up how you would clean the item without messing it up the proper way. All right, so just to reiterate, we're going to talk about the item that you have, why you chose to collect the item, what importance it has to you, how popular is the item, things like that. We're going to describe how you would store and display your collection. That way it would stay clean, or maybe if it's something that doesn't go in a book, it'd be something that you set up on a shelf. How would you display it? And also, how would you clean the items that you have in your collection? Okay, so I'll see everyone in the Zoom class on Friday, and until then, everyone keep having a good week.
In my wrestling and in my doubts, in my failures, you won't walk out. Your great love will lead me through. You are the peace in my troubled sea. Whoa, you are the peace in my troubled sea. In the silence, you won't let go. In the questions, your truth will hold. Your great love will lead me through. You are the peace in my troubled sea. Whoa, you are the peace in my troubled sea. My lighthouse, safe to shore, safe to shore, safe to shore, safe to shore. I won't fear what tomorrow brings. With each morning I'll rise and sing. My God's love will